Hey everyone, it's Desiree. I hope everyone is doing well and welcome. So this series is going to be bits and pieces. So Tracie Fox, like I was talking about in my live some time ago, I think it was in the second one or the third one, she put together this creep on June 24. Who knew June was for Halloween? You know, we've got July, Christmas in July. We've got Halloween in June. So she created this awesome creep on June. It's got a story that first came out. She's got two large kits that are available for this. And freebies that all you have to do is sign up to be a member on her website, and it's free and you have access to all of these freebies. So the story is based on the case of Craftly Hall. I love the name. And there's just this whole storyline that she is building on this. Now, I've already taken care of building my album. So I'm going to do a journal album for mine. I'm also going to link to where she has the calendar for the Craftly Hall. And if you click on each of the days, you're going to see another creator's creation with this kit. Whether it's using one of the days, whether it's creating a scene, whether it's working in the journal, and so forth. You'll get connected to some just wonderful journal creators. The things that people are coming up with are just absolutely amazing. Very inspiring. So what I've already taken care of my journal. This is the inside. It is a hardbound that I've created. Here's what the outside looks like. I used some opaque matte black textured paste by Distress. And then on the inside, I took two of her papers, flipped it, and then I added some lace for inside pockets. And then we have our spine. So this journal is going to be a hidden spine. So there's another plate that I'm going to have that's going to sit on top of this with my signatures. Now, so far, I have 3 signatures, but they're different. So let me just walk through what my thought process is and the areas of which I'm going to show. So what I'm going to show today is the first part. She showed a freebie yesterday or maybe a couple days ago of the love story of the people, I believe, who have purchased Craftly Hall. And we're going to put that together. It's an absolutely, it's great. Okay, so these are the signatures for the main part. So in these signatures, I have her papers, I have vellum. So vellum's going through this a lot, and there's a reason. And you can see that each day, there's a day that's signified on some of the coffee dyed papers. And that's because I'm going to do each of the days as she has them broken out. So this is day 16 through 30. And then this one's going to be 1 through 15, obviously. Now these are the 2 pages that we're going to work on today for the beginning. So I'm going to keep that out. In another video, one of her other freebies was the case file. So these are all the bits that are in the freebie. I made this file folder, and I'll real quick go through, it's going to be a separate video, how I made that, so how you cut and fold and all of that. But you get all of your bits. You also get the story that I printed on coffee dyed paper, the house, and everything else. So we're going to see that in another one. This is going to be a signature as well. So now we're up to 3 signatures when it comes to the journal. This is going to sit in between the 2 signatures that I just showed. Now, and all of this can change. I'm just saying. It can change. And then one of her other freebies is the deed to the property. So I just took a file folder, a junk one that I've marked up, and I'm going to use that, erase those pencil lines. I've printed the back page multiple times, and I want to create one of those folders. So this is going to fold up. Now I also don't know if I want to make this one of the journals, because then it would open up really weird. So I think this is something that's just going to fold over like this, and then it'll tie. But it's one of those legal documents. And what I want to do with this is I'm going to make it look like leather. So I'm going to do that whole, you know, brown ink and conditioner and all of that stuff to give it the look of leather. We'll see if that works. So that'll be another video that you'll be able to see. So let's start creating. So that's my thought process on this process, or on this project. Some are putting boxes together, some are doing journals, some are just doing the individual days, because you can put them in a stand-up box and you can see each of the tags. So there's a lot of different ways that people are creating with this. What I am doing differently is I am not sewing my signatures in until I know they're done. So that's very rare for me. But what I'm going to do is I am going to open this up, and I'm going to clip everything else together, just with a clip. Now the only thing that's not clipped is the what do you call it, the vellum underneath, but it's not going to go anywhere. I know that's on the outside. All right, so I've got a couple tags, and I'm going to link down to Tracie's video when she used this freebie to talk about the love story of these 2. She just I'm just really having a good time watching the videos, and I've been watching the videos, and I'm like, okay, I guess I should start my project. And that is pretty much what we're doing. I was really happy when I saw this one come out. I'm like, oh, this is perfect for my first page here when it comes. How fitting. There's a reason why I have 2. And she just inspired some ideas when it came to putting this all together. But I did want to make sure that I have their story, how they met. And basically, what I'm turning this journal into is their keepsake for the time that they lived for this house. So it's their story. It's turning into their story. And yes, a case file is part of the story. You got to go to Tracie's YouTube channel so that you can hear this story. These are love letters and how their romance started. So these are keepsakes. And then we have the envelope. Too cute. This is a box of chocolates. And then this is the letter to Jeffrey. So I'm just roughing these up. Because, you know, they're old. So this is going to be like a journal that somebody found, and they're able to learn of this history of the couple and their home. Here's the last envelope. So I printed the envelopes on coffee dyed paper so that I could get that aged look on them. The letters and the other ephemera, I just used, for the letters, I actually used a calligraphy paper. A friend of mine was cleaning and found all these packets of calligraphy paper pads. And she's like, you know, would you want them? I'm like, yes, thank you very much. So I've been using those. Okay, so everything's inked, so we don't have to worry about that now. So let's get our envelope together. Now, the other thing that you'll see with this project is the construction of the pages is going to be really different. So each page is a day, because I have it marked with a post-it. I do want to do a little stamping. Tracie inspired the stamping on those. So there's just a lot of different, and I want to do some stamping on this one as well. So let me grab my stamps and I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm going to use the correspondence. Very carefully. And I don't know how correspondence is actually supposed to look. So we're just going to have fun. You know, I haven't done too much, but now my hands are all inky. Very much inky. And then I'm just going to add just a seal there. I need a scrap piece of paper. And then I'm going to add, if I can get it out, just a little color. I just want to put a little bit of color on this. So I'm not quite sure why I grabbed my brown. we're going to make these look important. So we're going to put registered. There we go. All right, so that's all the stamping that we are going to do. All right, so now let's build what my thought process is. So the other thing, so I want to put their picture here. That is their wedding picture. And we're going to double-side it. I'm just adding some double-sided tape to the backs of these, only because they're on vellum. So I just want to have a little bit of strength. But I want to get the first one down first. So that I know where to put the second one, if that makes sense. All right. All right. Now you guys know I always have to put stuff in just a little bit, because again, this is a journal. This is something that is years old, very old. And yes, I could use, you know, corners. But I have the feeling that, and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put the other one on the other side. I just have the feeling I wouldn't be able to set it correctly. All right, and I'm just going to lay this one right on top. And that is not vellum, that is tracing paper. So, sorry. All right. So now we have that. On this side, we are going to put, well, let's do this one first, because this is her side. So these are the things, the letter that she sent to Jeffrey. And all that fun stuff. So I want to put the envelope in here. Now, what you're going to see a lot throughout these pages are things like this hanging out, whether it's part of a tag, whether it's part of a file folder, whether it's part of an envelope, whatever it is, they're just all going to come out, whether it's on this side or the top. I won't be doing it to the bottom so that the book can stand up. But you're going to have all of these pieces. And what inspired that was Nick the Booksmith, when she does those sheets. I forget what she calls them. I know they're in the lines of the Frankensteins, but you've got these things that are jutting out. I thought she had a different name for it. So what I want to do is I want this I want this to sit here. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to grab a pencil. And put a line down that, because now I know where I want my glue to go. And the glue is just going to go on the envelope. And I'm going to see what this looks like. I'm going to flip that over. There we go. So we have this jetting out. And then when we flip this up, we could have a pocket here. Just got to remember that we've got to make sure that's down. So here we have a tuck spot. We also have an envelope to tuck things in. Now I'm going to open that up because I want her letter to Jeffrey sit here. And I'm just going to tear this corner off because I do want it to sit on the page and I want it to be open. So we're going to have that sit right there because that'll still flip, and that's going to go there. So this is going to sit there. And we're going to get this glued down. So now that will look like that. I am going to take the chocolate box and I'm going to put that there. Again, I'm not worried that it's coming off the page because this is something that maybe he gave to her on one of their dates. And we're going to add some ink to the top of that to get rid of that white. And then we're going to add a butterfly down here. Now Tracie did something really cool with her butterfly. I'm just going to put them in here. Okay, so now we have that side. I'm going to close this and I'm going to work on this side now. So this side, this is her side because this is all the information, and I did not want to put that there, but you know what, that's okay. We're all good. So now I have his letter, and I want to put that like this. And again, we can create a tuck there if we want. And then this is his letter. And I'm going to do the same thing, just rip off this little bit, because I'm putting those envelopes in just a little bit differently than what I planned. And yes, I've actually planned this one. It's pretty scary. And we're going to get that in there. So now we've got that. We're going to add, this looks like some flowers. Because again, I want to be able to see that. So I'm going to close this. And I'm actually going to adhere this onto the envelope. Just down onto the corner. So that when this flips up, now you have that, and then we are going to rough this up. Here we go. And then the same thing, I'm going to add another butterfly. And this one I'm going to put down here as well. But let's see what that looks like. I think I'm going to put that butterfly up there. And we'll rough that up as well. And we'll rough the back up there. Okay. Let me get this back down. There we go. All right, now for our center, we still have more pieces to add. So here we have tickets for maybe trips that they took. I'm going to put this one down here, and then I'm going to put this one up along here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side of that. Now, by adding pieces on here, it's making this tracing paper very sturdy. Kind of liking it. I think I'm going to put this one like that because I don't want to hide. I'm going to go around the back. I didn't do it to the other tickets, but this one I want to do. So this could be the way that the picture is being held in the album as well. Okay. So that was my vision on how I was inspired with the love story of the couple. So I'm not quite sure what's going to go on here yet. I think it's going to be a label of some sort. But this is how their journal for their lives together is going to start. So here we have, and you know what I can do? Ooh. You know what? I'm going to cut another one of those tags. Let's get this inked up real quick. And we can have another one of those double panel type things. And then whoever gets this, you know, if they want, they've got the tucks that are going in there. But you can see the elements from each of them. And then that'll make that just a little bit stronger as well. So we've got that flip, and then we have our center, and then we have this flip that comes out, and then we've got our two side pockets there. So I hope you enjoyed this one. There's just going to be some videos sporadic when it comes to this. But you kind of see the idea of what I'm doing and what my thought process is. You can see that when I put this together, it's going to look like chaos is shooting out. Usually I do ribbons and charms and bows and tassels and everything that explode out. This is all going to be different types of papers and everything else like that. So I hope it comes out. I'm liking my idea. And then once they're all together, that's when I'm going to sew all of this into the hardbound journal. So I hope you'll stick around to see as these videos pop up throughout June, because I'm hoping to have it done through June. Again, I'm not going to show every day. There's so much inspirations. I would love for you to go to the collaborators that are part of this program that Tracie put together. I'm just doing a few bits because I just fell in love with it. So you will see the video of the case file. You will see the video of me attempting to make leather, you know, with that whole conditioner thing going on for the deed and deciding what to do that. And then you'll probably see me do in one video just a couple of the tags and the things, and you'll see how I'm laying out each of the days, because they're going to be similar to this. They're going to have that similarity, not as big. So here's day one. We've got this, this, and this. When I flip, then I've got day two. So I always have this tracing paper in the center, and I just love the fact that you get this double-sided view, this mirror view going on throughout the book. All right, so that's what you're going to see with this, and then of course I will show the final flip through once it's all done. But I think she's going to be pretty chunky. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Again, just a little bit of the love story for the case of the Craftly haul. All right, so stay tuned for more. I'll talk to you in the next one. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you ring the bell. Most of all, remember, enjoy the process. Be inspired by so many. There's so many things in here that you can see who inspired me for them. Enjoy, and always remember, be creative in everything you do every day. And until the next video, take care.